people here have a real concern for each other. They wave at each other, they talk to each other. We're a small city, yet, however, I think we're progressive also.
The hospital was built in 1969, so I was 9 years old. November the 17th, we were called into the CEO's office, and we're told that on December the 31st that we would be closing.
We were devastated. Tears were rolling down my face, thinking about what was I going to do, what was my family going to do, what was the town going to do, what was our patients going to do. It was heartbreaking.
The nurses had done a bulletin board, and it said, "All I want for Christmas is for our hospital to stay open." You know, they hit you hard.
We began at that point in time to try to put together an organization to figure out what we need to do, how we need to do it. The other part was because of the time frame, especially during the holidays, we had employees that know they had to have a job. So trying to keep them to stay with us and to put all these things together in that short time frame, nobody really thought we could do it.
I'd never been to Haleyville, Alabama before. In fact, didn't know where it was on a map when I got here. But as soon as we walked into that first meeting room and got to see the level of concern, I turned to my business partner and said, and if everyone that works in that hospital like those folks, we just meant it really is worth saving this place. So that's when we really dug in and tried to get to work to see what we could do.
We knew that this hospital would not be here if we didn't stay. Even without my department, a hospital can't run, an ER can't run, and that goes for any department. It took all of us together, knowing that we are trying to help save this hospital.
Even some of the administrators were passing out lunch trays on the floor because we were so short-staffed, but we wanted to keep the hospital open for the community.
This was a story of everyone coming together, so we had to look at the employer, the city coming and helping us with some tax revenues, and our staff, obviously. But then on top of that, we have to work with all of our vendors, because even if you have the staff, if you don't have essential building blocks to run a hospital like an EMR system, clearly we weren't going to be able to survive. And MedHost was incredibly helpful to us because not only did they understand the situation, they partnered with us with all the moving parts that we had. The last thing we wanted to do was try to figure out how to take on even more responsibility.
When you have a culture like we have of loyalty, commitment, respect of each other, when you have all of that, you can't fail. I mean, it's just not an option. And it was not an option for the people of Haleyville.
The love that's expressed and the care that's expressed, I don't think you're going to find that in major cities.
Since we've taken over here from a management perspective, we brought in an interventional radiologist, a cardiologist, an orthopedic surgeon. So now we're doing things in Lakeland that have never been done in this community before.
I feel like now we are better and stronger than ever. We have fought back, and we're trying our best to reach out and let everybody know, hey, we're still here, we're still open, and we're wanting to serve you.
Here we are, almost a year later from the day we got that terrible news of the hospital closing, and we have all of our services back. We're fully staffed, and we're going to be here for a long time.
Lakeland will go down as a textbook example of how you turn a rural hospital that seemed to be going to close around. It has to be everybody on the same page working together to make it happen.